ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधर्मे वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Krishna. Welcome to our continuation of fifth canto. So in the last two classes we discussed about how Priyavrat Maharaj, before that we gave a brief introduction. Within our universe we have 14 planetary systems which are compared to the lotus, out of which first we are studying Bhumandala or the Bhuloka, which is on the upper surface of the lotus leaf. Within that, Priyavrata created 7 dvipas. Of the 7, the innermost island is Jambudvipa. And within Jambudvipa, there are 9 divisions. They are called as Varshas. There are 9 Varshas. And which are surrounded by 9 different boundary mountains. And among the 9, the centralmost Varsha is Ilavrta Varsha. Within the middle of that mountain is there. And we have seen what are the different facilities that are there in the Ilavrta Varsha. Lot of mountains, big trees, the fruits falling down, flowing like the rivers, the river becoming like the gold, honey rivers, water rivers, milk rivers, yogurt rivers, buttermilk rivers, ghee rivers, molasses rivers, like that. Everything that we need, everything is naturally available. And then the next chapter it also talks about Ganga, which is coming out of the universe, entering into our universe, passing through all the 14 planetary systems, traveling all over the Jambudvipa and entering into the surrounding saltwater ocean. After that, Bhagavatam says that just like in Ilavrta Varsha we have seen a lot of facilities, the similar facilities are there in another 7 Varshas. Ilavrta plus 7 more. 8 Varshas will have same facilities. And hence they are called as Bhauma Swarga. The 4 qualities of Bhauma Swarga are mentioned. One is, whoever is born there, they live for how many years? Long means what? Kitna saal? 10,000 years. Their body had the strength of 10,000 elephants. They beget children in the year 10,000th year. They experience the happiness like that of Treta Yuga. These were the 4 qualities of the 4 qualities of the Bhauma Swarga. The 8 Varshas within Jambudvipa as well as the remaining 6 islands also. The same qualities will be applicable to them. The discussion comes later, but they also have same qualities. And the 9th remaining Varsha is Bharata-Varsa. It was mentioned as Karma Bhumi. It is only told like that. It is Karma Bhumi. It is Karma Kshetram. So what do we mean by Karma Bhumi? What is the distinctive features of Karma Bhumi with respect to the other places in the Bhumandala? That we will discuss today. We will discuss exclusively about Bharata-Varsha. What is Bharata-Varsha? What is there inside Bharata-Varsha? What is the specialty of Bharata-Varsha, etc. The whole class will be about that only. So let us get into chapter 19, text number 16 to 28. All these verses talk about Bharata-Varsha. So here we get to know where are we staying in the entire universe. It's a huge universe, 14 planetary systems, and within Bhuloka there are so many subdivisions.
ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿ ಹತ್ತಿತ್ತು ನೋಡಿ.
Hare Krishna, devotees online able to see the slides and able to hear us?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhu.
yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So we are continuing. So text number 16. In Bharata-Varsha, just as in Varsha, there are many mountains and rivers. Someone can read? Read loudly.
Some of the mountains are Malaya, Mangala, Prastha, Mainaka, Trikuta, Rishabha, Kutaka, Polaka,
Loud.
Saya, Devagiri, Rasyamuka, Sri Shaila, Venkata, Mahendra, Varidra, Vindhya, Shuktiman, Rishagiri, Pariyatra, Drona, Chitrakuta, Govardhana, Raivataka, Kakubba, Nila, Goma, Goka Mukha, Indra Kila, and Kamagiri.
Okay. While reading Sanskrit, when A ke upar there is small line, you should spell long A, Kamagiri. If I ke upar the long line is there, Indra Kila, ki, like the long. That line says, when you see, read like that. Normal T is there, Tha. T below dot is there, Tha. Ta, dana. Just T, tatta dana. So in that way. Or S, above S there is a line, Sha. And below S there is a dot, Sha. Shesha. This is the first Sha. Below dot, that is second Sha. So these are like here is there, Varsha. The below dot is there. Ila Vruta Varsha. Normal rise Ra. When dot is there below, Ila Vruta Ruta. Ra. It becomes Sanskrit. So Sri Shaila Venkata. So like that. So among all these mountains, I put some of them in different color. As far as my knowledge, this is the mountains which you come across. As you travel here and there. Shayadri Mountains, Maharashtra. Devagiri Mountains, Maharashtra. The Devagiri Express also, it passes through the central Maharashtra. Sri Shaila, Andhra Pradesh. Sri Shaila is the holy place in Andhra Pradesh. Sri Shaila mountains are starting from Tirumala, going all the way up to Sri Shailam. The entire mountain range is called Sri Shaila Mountains, where the whole place of Tirupati is there, Ahobilam is there, and Sri Shailam is there. Venkata, again Venkata, I just from the point I put it. Mahendragiri, Kerala. From Mahendra Parvat only, Ammanji jumped across to go to Lanka. Chitrakuta. I have not been there, but we always hear about Chitrakuta mountain. Ramayan. Govardhanagiri. Raivataka also is also there. In the Krishna book, we hear that Krishna Balram climbed onto Raivataka mountain. Jarasandha, the 18th time of the battle, he put fuel around the mountain and burnt. They jumped across from the mountain, and then passing through the ocean, they went to Dwaraka. The previous night, they shifted everyone from Madura to Dwaraka. Next day, in this battle, they escaped. But Jarasandha thought they burnt. So in that. Nilachal. I don't know. I mean, just I put some things which I know, but they also must be somewhere here and there. But I never been there. We been to Vrindavan only. Besides this, there are many other hills with many large and small rivers flowing from their slopes. There are many more. Since Bhagavatam is only talking about few things, so it is mentioned only few details. Every detail you may not find. Similarly, just like there are so many rivers, so many mountains, there are so many rivers. Rivers. The inhabitants of Bharata-Varsa contact these pure rivers by their minds, body, and utterance of their names. So, in the deity worship, every day morning as we go to deity seva, first thing is we have to do purify the water. So we invoke the presence of 7 auspicious rivers. Gange, Yamuna, Chaiva, Godavari, Saraswati, Narmade, Sindhu, Kaveri, Jalashmi, Sanidapuru. Ganga, Yamuna, Godavari, Saraswati, Godavari, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri. These are the 10 important rivers considered. We have to invoke them. By mantra, we can bring them here into that Kalash part. So now the Kalash part water is no more BMC water. It is the water from the 7 holy rivers. That is the potency of mantra. So by utterance of their names or by the body, body means you physically go. Previously, some of our devotees used to send someone to go to Banganga and get the water. And that water is used, they put that water in the matka and that water is given for Lord's drinking. Drinking water would be given from Banganga water. Either physically go and get the water. Or by the minds, in the Manas Puja, and can bring the water. So in that way. So someone else can read this loudly.
The very prominent rivers are Brahmaputra, Sona, Chandravarsa,
Tamraparni, Avatoda, Krutamala, Vayayasi,
Kaveri, Vini, Payaswani, Sarkravrati, Vrita, Tungabhadra, Srinya, Himarathi, Godavari, Nirvindhya, Payasoni, Tapi, Riva, Surasa, Narmada, Charnam, Prati, Mahanadi, Vedas, Niti, Shikolya, Trisama, Kaushika, Mandakini, Yamuna, Saraswati, Draswati, Gomati, Saryu, Godaswati, Saptavati, Sushuma, Satadru, Chandrabhaga, Maru, Vidha, Shutta, Sata, Askini, and Viswa.
Thank you. We lost track of reading our Hindi and the traditional names and all. We always read something in English only.
Some rivers are known, like Godavari, Yamuna, which we regularly speak, so it was easy. But other rivers, we don't hear.
So among all the rivers, I put some of them in the different color,
Which we know.
at least as per my knowledge. Brahmaputra, Tamraparni, South India, Brahmaputra here. Kritamala, also Tamraparni, South India, Karnataka and Kerala. Tungabhadra here, Krishna Tungabhadra, they meet recently. I mean, no, we have Hampi. Tungabhadra is there in Hampi. Later on, it meets with Krishnaveni and it passes through Andhra Pradesh. And Krishnaveni starts in Maharashtra, goes through Andhra Pradesh. Krishnaveni. And Godavari, Narmada. Godavari also here, Nasik, passing through Andhra Pradesh. Upper Central India. Mahanandi, also Central India, Odisha. It passes through Odisha. Yamuna, Saraswati. Yamuna. Gomati.
North.
UP, Lucknow. Gomati, the same river which is there in Naimisharanya. Gomati is there. Naimisharanya is there.
Dwarka is also there, no?
Dwarka also.
Joining to sea.
See.
Acha, that end part. But that river is Gomti.
Where is Sarayu river?
Ayodhya.
Ayodhya.
Thank you. I've been to Ayodhya also.
Chandrabhaga, Rishupalya, Mahanadi, or Odisha.
हो सकता है, but I mean, at least as for my knowledge, I put them. So devotees from that local area might know all the places, all those rivers and all. So previous was talked about mountains. Chandrabhaga, Pandharpura. Okay.
Yeah, we hear Chandrabhaga.
So previous was talked about mountain. This was talking about different rivers. Next verse talks about their activities. What kind of activities people living in Bharata-Varsa perform. Asmin eva varshe purusher labda janmabhi shukla lohita krishna varnena swarabdena karmana divya manusha naraka gatayo bhavya atmana anupurvena sarvahi eva sarvesham vidiyante yata varna vidanam apavargascha api bhavati. It means in Bharata-Varsha, those who are living after death, they have many destinations such as heavenly, human, and hellish. What is that Bhagavad Gita shloka? Urdhvam gachanti satvasta, madhye tishtanti rajasa, jaganna gunavrittisya adho gachanti tamasa. So that's what is divya, manusha, naraka. Those who are in shukla, mode of goodness, they get divya janma. Those are in the lohita, mode of passion, they get manusha janma. Those who are in the krishna, in the ignorance, they get naraka.
Krishna or Krishna?
Krishna. Krishna kidhre?
Meaning, those who are in Krishna will go to Naraka.
Not in Krishna consciousness. Shukla means white. Lohita means red. Krishna means black.
Oh, black. Bad.
That is the only way. Krishna means black only. So, because okay, are prescribed for all people, because people take birth according to the actions in sattva, rajas, or tamas. All these destinations are prescribed for the self according to the quality of their actions as indicated in the Vedas. Everything is mentioned in the Vedas, and Vedas also say that sometimes people also achieve liberation. Generally, people get their destiny in the next life, either heavenly or humanly or hellish. But some fortunate souls also get liberation. So now, Srila Prabhupada in his purport explains about Varnashrama duties. What are the different Varnashrama duties that people in Bharata-Varsha practice and perform? Accordingly, they get different destinations. That is, we hear throughout the Bhagavatam, throughout the Bhagavad Gita also we hear. But Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, quoting from various Puranas, he talks about what is this Bharata-Varsha. He goes into geographical details of Bharata-Varsha. He quotes from Vishnu Purana. The Vishnu Purana says, Bharatasya Varshasya Navabedan Nishamaya. In Bharata-Varsha, there are 9 dvipas, 9 divisions. Navabedan indicates 9 divisions. What kind of division? There are 9 dvipas. Later on, we understand dvipas. So their names are mentioned in between. Indradvipa, Kaseru, Tamravarna, Pabastiman, Saumya, Nagadvipa, Gandharva, and Varuna. How many are mentioned? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 9th is remaining. What is the 9th? The 9th, bordering the ocean, which is 1000 yojanas from north to south, known as Bharata or Bharata-Khanda. I am to Navamas Tesham Dvipa Sagar Samruta. Among the 9 Dvipas, the 9th Dvipa is Bharata. Its name is Bharata Dvipa. And where it is located? It is located next to the ocean, Sagar Samruta. It is touching the ocean. And what is the dimensions of that 9th one? Yojana Nam Sahasrantu. Dvipo Ayam Dakshina Uttara. As you measure from Dakshina to Uttara, the measurement of this 9th Dvipa is 1000 yojanas. Simple. There are 9 Dvipas within Bharata-Varsha. Among the 9, the 9th one is called Bharata Dvipa. Its width is 1000 yojanas from north to south, and it is located close to ocean. Simple. Different parameters are mentioned about the 9 divisions. The 9th island is bordering the ocean. It is 1000 yojanas from north to south. It is known as either Bharata-Khanda. Khanda means a division. What are the different divisions in Mahabharata? They are called with Parva. In Bhagavatam, in Ramayana, शुरू से बताओ. What are the second one? Not one. First one is Balakanda. What is the second one? Ayodhya. What is the third one? After Ayodhya Kanda, what is the third Kanda? Kishkinda, Krishna.
Aranyakanda.
Aranyakanda. What is the fourth one?
Kishkinda.
Kispinga,
Then fifth one,
Sundarkand.
sixth one, seventh one. हाँ, आप लोग भूल गए एक बार पावास पढ़ना पड़ेगा रामायण. Anyone remembers 18 Parvasa Mahabharata? This is too much. So Khanda means a division basically. So like that in Bharata-Varsa there are 9 divisions. The 9th division is called as Bharata-Khanda. It is also called as Navadvipa. There are 9 Dvipas. Among the 9, there is the 9th one is this one. It is also called as Sudarshan Dvipa. In Mahabharata it is called as Sudarshan Dvipa. So there are different names for the 9th one. And a person is limited to only one.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
One second. Let me complete this slide and
Sorry.
give questions. A person is limited to only one of these divisions for life. The understanding is that if somebody is born in one of these 9 divisions, they cannot go from one division to other division. In general, there could be some exceptions, but in generally one cannot go from one division to the division. So what do you mean by this? The understanding is, since at the beginning of the current Kali Yuga, Srila Vyasdeva compiled all these Vedic literatures, including all the Puranas, Itihasas, etc. And whatever has been written by Srila Vyasdeva, especially meant for the Kali Yuga people. The scripture may be same, the instructions may be same, but they are presented different way at different times and places. But for the people of Bharata-Varsa, it is Srila Vyasdeva compiled all the scriptures, especially meant for the Kali Yuga people. So many times, many of the instructions in the Bhagavatam are especially keeping in the mind the people of Kali Yuga. That means the Kali Yuga people cannot go from one place to other place. Other Yuga people might have gone. They could have facilities to go from one Dvipa to other Dvipa, but we cannot go. The understanding is that we as a normal human being cannot go from Tamraparna to Babastiman, Babastiman to Soumya, Soumya to Nagadvipa. We are whoever is born in one place, they are restricted to that place only. That is the understanding. We don't know as of now. We'll come to know. That is the today's class. Where are they? And we'll discuss. We only know abhi as of now divisions are there. Sagar Samruta means located at the edge of the ocean. So yes, Mataji, someone online asking some question.
Yes, Prabhuji. So this Bharata-Khanda refers to India?
I don't know.
We have not come to that part yet.
So wait, na.
Okay.
We'll
Wait.
discuss.
Okay.
We'll discuss everything. Let us understand Bharata-Varsa first.
Okay.
Then understand detailed things in India inside the shloka. So 9 divisions. There is also a reference in the Bhagavatam. Lakshmana Chakra quoting Vishnu Purana. So there is reference to it in the Bhagavatam also, but indirectly it is mentioned. All of you were studying 5th canto. The first chapter talks about
Priyavrata Maharaj.
Priyavrata had 10 sons, out of which 3 joined Brahmachari ashram, permanent Brahmachari ashram. They did not come home. So 7 were there. And hence he divided the women into 7 divisions. And the innermost island was given to the eldest son. His name is Agnidra. He married Purachiti. And they had 9 sons. And Agnidra divided Jambudvipa into 9 divisions and gave them to 9 of his sons and naming them after the name of the sons. The sons were Nabi, Kimpurusha, Hari, Ilavruta, Ramyaka, Iratmaya, Kuru, Vadrashva, Ketumala, etc. etc. So whichever land given to that particular son is known after the name of the son. That tract of land which was given to Nabi became known as Nabi-Varsha. That which was given to Kimpurusha became known as Kimpurusha-Varsha. That was given to Hari became known as Hari-Varsha. It's like that. So respectively became known as. And eventually these 9 sons married to 9 daughters of King Meru. Their names are Meru Devi, etc. etc. So we are only taking the first son, eldest son. Nabi married Meru Devi. That was the 3rd chapter. 2nd chapter is about Agnidra. 3rd chapter about Nabi. Kya dena? Abhi, mean those who are Bhakti Yoga students. So Nabi performed a yajna to have a son. Lord Vishnu appeared. The Brahmana said, "So, my dear sir, it is very we should not have material desires, but still our king has a material desire that he want to have a son who is like you." Then what did Lord Vishnu do? Huh? Loudly bolo na. You're still doubtful about that?
Nobody is like me, so I have to appear.
Ah.
So he appeared as
Yeah. Lord Vishnu appeared as his son. He is called as Rishabha because his activities are like that of a bull. So he is called as Rishabhadeva. But his name is also called as Ajnaba. The Supreme Lord who is called Aja, the unborn personality appeared as the son of Nabi, is also called as Ajnaba. When Nabi was ruling this area, it was called as Nabi-Varsha. And after Nabi, when Rishabhadeva became king, it was known as Ajnaba-Varsha. At one point of time, he was glorified like great personality. His glories were sung by Narada Muni in the Sargaloka. Indra became I want to test. He did not give rains for 12 years. There was Akal. People complained to the king, please do something. There was no rain. We are starving. Then Lord Rishabhadeva, by his own mystic potency, created rains. No need for Indra. Rains are coming and so on. Then people became prosperous. Indra became afraid. He came down and begged forgiveness from Lord Rishabhadeva. In order to pacify Lord Rishabhadeva, he has given his own daughter in marriage to Rishabhadeva. Jayanti was the daughter of Indra. So Lord Rishabhadeva married Jayanti, daughter, heavenly lady, daughter of Indra. And they gave birth to 100 sons. Out of 100, 81 sons became Brahmanas. 9 sons became Paramahamsa Sannyasis, Nava Yogendras. 10 sons became Kshatriyas. Out of the 100, the eldest one is Bharata. And after Rishabhadeva, Bharata Maharaj became the king of that province, and that village became known as Bharata-Varsha. Originally, it was Nabi-Varsha, then Ajnaba-Varsha, then Bharata-Varsha. And Bharata Maharaj had 9 younger brothers. So Bharata Maharaj divided Bharata-Varsha into 9 divisions and gave the responsibility to 9 younger brothers. He is like the prime minister, central government, and the 9 brothers are like the local state governments. So that is mentioned in the 11th canto. Because in the 11th canto, Navayogendras were talking to King Yadu. So in that connection, their introduction is given. Tesham Nava Dvipa Patayo Ase Samandata. The remaining 9 brothers of Bharata Maharaj, they ruled the Navadvipas of Bharata-Varsha. That's why Bhagavatam indirectly says, in Bharata-Varsha there are 9 Dvipas. And the 9 brothers of Bharata Maharaj ruled over those 9 Dvipas. And they reported to Bharata Maharaj. Okay?
This Bharata is Jad Bharata.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yes. Jada Bharata, same Bharata Maharaj. So, His Holiness Bhakti, what was Vedic Cosmos video was released by Danavir Goswami Maharaj. He published a video. In that video, they showed the 9 divisions like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the 9 divisions in Bharata-Varsha. This was Bharata-Varsha, and in that there are 9 divisions. So he shows in the video like this. But there is some correction needed in this. The divisions are not like this. This is the entire Jambudvipa we were seeing from the beginning. These are the 9 divisions within Bharata-Varsha. The total width of Bharata-Varsha from here to here it is 9,000 yojanas. But one division is about 1,000 yojanas according to Vishnu Purana verse. So this is the 9th division. The location of 9th division is here. It is touching the ocean. It is bordering the ocean. And from north to south, this direction is south and this direction is north. We discussed about the directions also. From south to north, it is 1,000 yojanas. So one division is 1,000 yojanas. 9 divisions will be. So 9 divisions will be from here to here. The blue, because they are called Dvipas, they are supposed to be separated by ocean. The blue lines are the ocean. So this is the first division. second division, third division, fourth division, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. This is the ninth division. These are the 9 divisions of the Bharata-Varsha. They are supposed to be like that. The ninth division is further described in Vishnu Purana. Purve Kirata. In the east direction, there are Kiratas. Within the ninth division, out of the 9 divisions of Bharata-Varsha, we are now exclusively talking about ninth division. So within that ninth division, the eastern direction, there are Kiratas are living. Yavane Paschime. In the Paschime Yavana. The Yavanas are residing in the western direction. In the east, there are kingdoms such as Kamarupa, Orissa, Kalinga, and Magadha. In the south, there are kingdoms like Maruka and Malava. This is mentioned in the Vishnu Purana about the ninth division. And then further Vishnu Purana says, Chetwari Bharate Varshe. This is about Bharata-Varsha, not about Bharata-Khanda, not about the ninth division. This verse is about ninth division. This verse is about Bharata-Varsha. Chetwari Bharate Varshe, Yugantara Mahamune, Kritam Treta Dwaparancha, Kalischa Anyatrana Kvachit. In Bharata-Varsha, there are the 4 yugas. Chetwari. What are the 4? Kruta Yuga means Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. But the important thing is Anyatra na Kvachit, which do not exist elsewhere. Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali divisions exist only in Bharata-Varsha. In the rest of the universe, they don't have any such divisions. Rest of the universe, they only have the uniform time, one kind of time. They don't have change in times.
The mentality is also same.
Same.
Like it is not.
It will not
degraded like
vary.
us.
Lifespan does not vary, the physical strength does not vary, and mentality does not. Their mentality and everything is same. Not eternal as long as their lifespan is there. It's like in other 8 varshas. Whoever lives, they live for 10,000 years. It won't change. But in Bharata-Varsha, at some time there is Satya Yuga, 1 lakh years, strong, stout, same mentality. Then Treta Yuga, 1 lakh, 10,000 years. Dwapara Yuga, 1,000 years. And Kali Yuga, in Satya Yuga, Dharma 4 legs. Treta Yuga, Dharma 3 legs. Dwapara Yuga, Dharma 2 legs. In Kali Yuga, Dharma 1 leg. Later on becomes 0 legs. Gradually reduces, everything diminishes in Treta Yuga. How much time they live in Bharata-Varsha?
10,000.
10,000 years. In the other 8 varshas, we said whoever born, they live for 10,000 years. There, every time they only experience Treta Yuga. They don't have the experience of Satya Yuga or Dwapara Yuga or Kali Yuga. That's why it is said that they only experience the happiness of Treta Yuga. So what people would experience during Treta Yuga in Bharata-Varsha, that will be the experience of rest of the Bhumandala. So that is understood.
How living entities what do you call, elevate like us? We know that these 4 yugas are there. So 4 yugas, we know this is Kali-Yuga, and Kali-Yuga, we are all polluted in every manner. And Satyuga also, the Treta Yuga also, people were missing that Satyuga concept. So how the living entity, because there the whole thing is a similar pattern, 10,000 years, as you said, or that many years, and the same level of thinking, same level of how will they progress?
Can someone go back to God in Kali Yuga?
Someone, yes, there are chances.
Can someone go back to God in Dwapara Yuga?
Yes.
Can someone go back to God in Treta Yuga?
Yes.
Can someone go back to God in Satya Yuga?
Yes.
So it's okay. It does not matter whichever yuga we are in. If you practice bhakti, we can go to spiritual world anytime, from anywhere. So it is immaterial with the surroundings. It's all up to one's dedication.
Consciousness.
Little
Hare
louder.
Krishna,
So, one second. Here one mata is asking. No problem.
So Krishna, when they say he comes down to the earth once in a day of Brahma, so that is he comes only in Bharat-Varsha.
Okay. Now same thing. Just now we discussed about it. In which book you came to know about Krishna comes only once in a day of Brahma? In Bhagavatam also it is there. In our text.
Yeah.
Who compiled them?
Just to
For whom he compiled?
first of all, Kali people.
For the Kali Yuga people
Bharat-Varsha.
in Bharata-Varsha. So in that way, Lord might appear in other places also, but we don't have that information. We only have the information about our place. So here in Bharata-Varsa, Lord appears only once in a day, Brahma. At other places, he might be appearing again and again and again. We don't know. So yeah, yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So if the yugas are not there in the other part of Jambudvipa and other the universe, then
No,
but
no.
we calculate that Manvantara avatar everything in terms of yugas, right? And even so, is it for our calculation that we say it's 71 Divya yugas and 1000 Divya yugas for Brahmaji? That all that for our calculation, is it for our understanding only?
Yeah, it is for our understanding only. It is as per our calculations only, but it is there. It is. Whether it is our calculation or their calculation, but in India we say kilogram. In UK they say pounds. In America also they say something else. In India we say meters, and there they say the miles. So it doesn't matter whether you say meter or mile. When you know the conversion factor, distance is same only. It won't vary. Same way the time won't vary. Time is same only. The units may be different. In Devatas, they may say Devata years. In our place, we say human years. The conversion factor is 360. Their 1 year is our 360 years. Their 1 day is our 360 days. Simple conversion factor. 1 mile, 1 kilometer conversion is 1.6. So that is always there. So like that.
No, but then how will they know the running of time? Because we know like Satya Yuga, Ascended, then Kali Yuga. So we know that we are approaching the end of Divya Yuga or Chatur Yuga. But how will they understand that? You know,
Who will understand?
for the people in other universe, for this one in other part of the universe, other dvipas. How do they understand that?
See, we are like in the nursery school. They are like in the PhD students in the PhD university. Can't they understand what nursery student is studying? Nursery student is studying about numbers. He is studying the tables. 2 1 ja 2, 2 ja 4, 2 3 ja 6. So we are learning basic things, and they are already in the PhD. Can't they understand all these things? What's happening around?
Yes.
And they know all. We are trying to study. We are in the elementary school. They are already in the PhD level. So don't worry about them. Worry about ourselves. When we will get into first class, second class, third class. So we'll continue. Then he quotes from Vayu Purana. Vayu Purana also says same thing. Bharatasya varshasya navabeda nibodata sagarantharita jnayastu agamya parasparam. There are 9 divisions in Bharata-Varsha, and they are separated by ocean. Sagara antarita. They are located within the ocean as 9 different divisions. And tu agamya parasparam. One cannot go from one place to other place, at least in the current Kali Yuga, because the scriptures are written by Vyasadeva for the correct Kali Yuga people. So in Kali Yuga we cannot go. In the previous Yuga they might have gone, and we have the instance of going to other places in Ramayana and Mahabharata. Then according to Siddhanta Shiromani, chapter 1, Goladhya, in the Bhuvana Kosha section, this is Prabhupada quotes Siddhanta Shiromani in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I put that out. There also it is mentioned. Within Bharata-Varsha there are 9 Khandas. They are known as same names. One name is different, Kumarika. The 9th division, which we call as Bharata-Dvipa, Bharata-Khanda, Dvipa, is called as Kumarika Dvipa in the Siddhanta Shiromani. So in that way, Iti Bharata-Varsha Madhya, all these are within Bharata-Varsha only. I am giving so many references because all the Shastras are talking about the same things. There is unanimously all the Shastras are declaring about the same divisions. Shastra, there is no difficulty. We have difficulties.
This Bharat-Khanda, in that 9 division, and one of the division is Bharat-Varsha. And in one of the
Wait. What is your mother tongue?
Hindi.
Okay. What is the meaning of this? Iti Bharata-Varsha Madhya. In Hindi. Iti Bharata-Varsha Madhya.
In Bharat-Varsha.
In Bharata-Varsha, there are 9 divisions. Okay. We are studying about Bharata-Varsha. Within Bharata-Varsha, there are 9 divisions. We are studying about this is Bharata-Varsha. This entire thing, everything is Bharata-Varsha. Within Bharata-Varsha, there are 9 divisions. The 9 divisions are like this. The blue line is the ocean. Between the two oceans, there is land portion there. That is one division. And this is the 9th division. That is called as Bharata-Khanda or Sudarshana Deepa, Navadvipa or Kumarika Deepa, etc. Where my cursor is there. Okay.
So we are studying that one part.
We are studying about the Bharata-Varsa also as well as the 9th part also. Both we are studying simultaneously. So these divisions about 9th division. Within the 9th division, we have in the east, there are Kiratas are living in the west, Yavanas are living in the east. There are kingdoms like Kamarupa, Orissa, Kalinga, Magadha. What is Magadha today? Yeah, something like that. Kalinga? Orissa already there. What is there between Bihar and Magadha? Bihar and Orissa? In between provinces. Jharkhand is towards Madhya Pradesh. I am poor number 1. Of you poor number -1. We are very poor in geography. Karma is not enjoyed anywhere else. Markandeya Purana says. Karma is not enjoyed anywhere else other than Bharata-Varsha. The 9th island is surrounded by water. It measures 1000 yojanas from north to south. Here people, what kind of people are living? A mixture of both Mlechas and Aryas. And they predominate in certain parts. Aryas are living at one place and Mlechas are living at other places. This is called Karma Bhumi. It bestows everything according to one's Papa and Punya. Bharata-Varsha and Bharata-Khanda, they bestow the destiny according to one's Papa Punya activities. And Srila Vishwanath Thakur gives in his purport. He writes his own purport. He says that this takes place only in Bharata-Varsha and only in an area whose dimension is 1000 yojanas. Whatever the shloka is talking about, it happens in Bharata-Varsha, especially in the 9th division, in the Bharata-Khanda. The goals manifest according to the qualities of action caused by dharma and adharma. The people in the mode of ignorance, they perform adharma activities. In the mode of passion, they perform both dharma and adharma. In the mode of goodness, they perform dharma activities. So people in the mode of goodness go to heaven. In the mode of passion, they take birth as human beings. In the mode of ignorance, they go to first Naraka and then animal and all. First Naraka. Afterwards, animal species. This takes place unavoidably because the Vedas say so. The scriptures say so, it will happen. Because Bhagavad Gita says so, Urdham Gachan Sattatsa, it will happen. There is no shortcut or cancellation. If one cannot accomplish liberation, liberation appears on its own. This is the USP of Bharata-Varsha. Even though one does not endeavor for liberation, but the path for liberation comes on its own to the people of Bharata-Varsha. So while once I was presenting the same presentation in Bhaktivedanta Hospital, His Grace Madhavanand Prabhu asked, what do you mean by that? It comes on its own. It's spontaneously said that who prepared for Bhakti in 60s, that one gentleman will come from India and he will teach us Bhakti. Did anyone plan like that? Anyone waiting for that? No. Prabhupada went on his own, gave Bhakti to the West first, then he came to India and he gave us Bhakti. Did we ever plan, and even India also? It came on its own only. We were caught up in dharma and adharma. We were doing activities in dharma, adharma only. But Bhakti came on its own to us. That will happen in Bharata-Varsha. This is the USP of Bharata-Varsha. Even merging in Brahman is also happened. That means, going back to God means, it is both one of the 5 muktis. Saibja, Sarishti, Salokya, Sarupya, Samiti, any of the 5 muktis are possible in Bharata-Varsha. So now, after these, yes.
What about the other Varshas when liberation does not come to them?
Liberation will come by hard endeavor, but in Bharata-Varsha it comes on its own. So now I'll tell you, if someone among us takes a bhakti seriously, can one go home back to God at the end of this lifetime? Yes or no?
Yes.
When one takes up seriously, not superficially, but seriously. there is a possibility that bhakti will take one back to Godhead. After how many years of practice, bhakti is taking us back to Godhead? Approximately 50 years, 60 years, 70
30
years.
years, sir.
Huh?
20-30 years or
बाप रे।
maybe
आप लोग तो बहुत ऑप्टिमिस्टिक है. See, I mean, assume that somebody has come to devotional service while studying in college or something. I mean, taking my case condition like that. When we are studying in college, we came to Rasa Bhakti. We'll practice Bhakti whole life. Roughly 80 years, we can say. So from 20s to 80s, about 60 years, we are practicing Bhakti. I mean, hope and pray with your blessings, something will happen. Something like that. So 60 years for a normal human being. If they practice seriously, they'll go back to Godhead. If somebody has taken birth in Bharata-Varsa, how many years they have to practice Bhakti? 10,000 years. Whether they want it or not, their lifespan is 10,000 years. They have to practice Bhakti default 10,000 years. If somebody took birth in heaven, their lifespan is one manvantara. Whether they want it or not, they cannot leave their seva in between. They have to practice Bhakti for one manvantara. How long is that time one manvantara is? Anyone online? Apruko. Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji, manvantara means what? How much time?
you said 10,000 years, no? Or
One.
One manvantara. I am not asking about 10,000. Devatas will live for one manvantara. One manvantara is how long?
71 kalpas or what?
17 kalpas. No. Kalpa is one day of Brahma. 71 Chaturyugas. What is the time span of one Chaturyuga? One Chaturyuga is in terms of human years how much? Hare Krishna, आप लोग second canto, third canto पढ़ा है ना क्या? भूल गया, पढ़ा है but भूल गया. Everything is there in third canto 11th chapter. Time divisions are there in third canto 11th chapter. You can go and review, or you can read the introduction in that book. In the introduction, there is a big table about the time division. Everything is there. Bhagavad Cosmology book. 43,20,000 years is the time period of one Chaturyuga. Kali-yuga is 4,32,000 years. Dwapara-yuga 2 times, Treta-yuga 3 times, Satya-yuga 4 times, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 10 times. 43,20,000 human years into 71. That will be the lifespan of Devatas. Whether they want or not, they have to practice Bhakti for that long. Then they will go back to Godhead. But humans, just by the practice of 60 years, can go back to Godhead. For them, even though they don't want Bhakti, comes on its own. In December month, who walking on the roadside want Bhagavad Gita? Tell me. Does anyone comes to you to the table looking for Bhagavad Gita? Very rarely it happens. Otherwise, we only call them. We only attract them by shouting loudly, Bhagavad Gita gaya, Bhagavad Gita gaya. Discount, discount, discount. It's like that. So devotees are going on their own to the streets of Mumbai, to the railway stations of Mumbai and offices, schools in Mumbai, and giving Bhagavad Gita by force. That is the meaning.
But not all Sampradayas do like this.
Even not like that. Even whatever they do, also that is by force only. Na? If Sri Vaishnavas does not open the temple and if they don't do deity worship, who would come to temple? Because the deity worship is going on regularly. That's why there are so many pilgrims in Tirupati, Srirangam, Kanchipuram, Pandharpur and Kolhapur, everywhere. If deity worship does not happen, how it will go? For us, deity worship is going out and giving Bhagavad Gita. For Sri Vaishnavas, giving Bhagavad Gita is deity worship. It's non-different. Both are same. And we may think that we are going out and doing both preaching, not like that. The people, more number of people are visiting Tirupati and Srirangam than they are visiting ISKCON temples. Even Pandharpur also, Kolhapur also. What is because Pandharpur, Kolhapur? Here, Mahalakshmi temple, especially in Shravan Mas, if you go, the darshan it will take 4 hours. Why? Because the deities are worshipped nicely. If the deities are not worshipped nicely, that they are abandoned, who would visit that many? Who would visit the temple? So that's it's both the same. Deity worship is equal to Gita distribution.
Only as you said, there are so many years, maybe 10,000 years, they have to practice devotional service. For them, 10,000 years is like for us like 100 years because
No, not like that. 10,000 years is 10,000 years only.
Okay.
Time duration is same. Time duration is same.
Because if you
It
compare-
won't vary. It won't
if you
vary.
compare and for them, 1 day is their whole lifespan. For us means for them we
It
are-
can be the lifespan, but it's 1 day is 24 hours. Our 1 day is also 24 hours. Is there any change in that?
for our lifespan is less probably. We are just limited to 80 or 100 years maximum.
The number may be different. The time duration is same.
Okay. So 10,000 years.
Ah. Same. It's same. For people, especially the college students who are sitting on the
Happy
beach,
year.
for them 2 hours passes like 10 minutes. Okay? You guys have news. And for a devotee chanting early in the morning, the counter is not moving at all. For the 16 rounds to complete, it is like yoga. It is relative experience. It's like in the heaven, though 1 day is stretched for 6 months, the night is also on the 6 months. But the 6 months time passes very quickly because the entire area is filled with a lot of facilities of enjoyment. So it goes just like that. They don't realize the passing of time. Just like the people sitting in the boys and girls sitting there next to the ocean, the 2 hours pass away just like that. They don't know. So it's like that, simple. For us, 16 rounds. 16 rounds is like 12 hours of the day. And remaining entire time is another 12 hours of the day. The remaining 22 hours is like 12 hours. The 2 hours is like 12 hours. So it's like that.
Prabhuji, previous.
Sorry to give, and that is my personal experience I'm sharing, not to downplay or anything.
So this is karma is not enjoying. Okay, what he said.
Karma is only in this place. That's why it's called karma bhumi. Of course, karma may be other places also, but karma is specifically scrutinized so severely in this place. No one from other place go to Yamaloka. Only the human beings from Bharata-Varsa after death go to Yamaloka.
उसके लिए इतना बड़ा जगह बना देते हैं.
So it is like that.
So, but Prabhuji, what about even this? We saw like the hellish planet also. I mean, there are Rakshasas there, so they also do activities. So they are in the mode of ignorance, right? So what if they accumulate karma? So they have to come back to Bharata-Varsha to.
Yes, they have to come back. Ultimately, they have to come back to Bharata-Varsha.
It's only they accumulate karma then. That is possible, right? That is
Who?
for these people in the lower.
They accumulate or spend karma or whatever. It is Bharata-Varsha from there. First, from Bharata-Varsha, one goes to hell. From hell, one goes to all the different places. And eventually, one comes to Bharata-Varsha, then goes to hell, then goes to all the other places. So it's like that.
So it's like an entry and exit point.
Hell is only for those who are connected to karma, not others. Okay? If you have forgotten, you please read Bhagavad Gita chapter 8, text number 3 purport. It talks about karma. So now, in the remaining chapter, the Devatas glorifying the Bharata-Varsha. So kindly remember, if otherwise we get confused what exactly happening here in the Bhagavatam. In Swargaloka, there are two categories of people. One is main Devatas, other one visiting Devatas. Okay? The main Devatas lifespan is 1 Manvantara. After that, they will go back to Godhead because they are serving the Lord for a long time period. So they will be taken back to Godhead. But others who visit Swarga because of Punya. Bhagavad Gita chapter 9, text number 20. What is that? Text number 19, that is 20. Shine Punya Matula ka Vishati, that 20th verse. 19th kya hai? Somebody call ke bata do.
What verse number? What? 9?
I suppose 19th. Bhakti Shastri हो गया ना? हाँ? Oh, that one, huh? No, this is a big verse, not small verse. Someone खोलो ना, किसके पास नहीं? सब लोग भक्ति शास्त्री हो गए?
प्रभु जी नंबर एंड ऑल
Not number.
श्लोक में एक और बता सकते हैं।
हाँ? What is that? Sorry, this is 19th, right? I'm not sure. 1 second, I'll tell you. Verse number, this is 20 actually. The 21st one is Shinipunya Martala Kvishanti. Traividya Mam Soma Paputa Papa. Suna Kakavi? This is 20th verse, 9th chapter. Traividya Mam Soma Paputa Papa. Egner Ishtva Swargatir Prartayante. Te Punya Masadya Surendra Lokam. Ashnanti Divyan Divideva Bhogan. Meaning क्या? With a desire to drink Somarasa, the people in Bharata-Varsa perform yajnas, which are mentioned in the Vedas, which talk about Trividya. Trividya means the Vidya in 3 modes. 3 means 3 modes. Vidya means the knowledge in 3 modes. The Vedas teach the knowledge in 3 modes, which mainly talk about different yajnas, which will give one opportunity to drink Somarasa. Trividya Mam Soma Paputa Papa. Egner Ishtva Swargatir Prartayante. In order to go to Swarga, they perform so many yajnas which are mentioned in the 3 Vedas, talking about 3 modes of material nature, for the purpose of drinking Somaras. Te Punya Masadya. They acquire Asadya Punya, not ordinary Punya. It is very difficult to acquire that Punya also to go to Swarga. It is also not so easy. They have to perform rigorous rituals and all. Then eventually they go to Surendra Lokam. Who is Surendra? The king of all the Devatas. Indra only. So the Loka of Indra they'll go to. They'll go to Amaravati. Ashnanti Divyan Divideva Bhogan. Ashnanti Divyan means it has unlimited heavenly opulences. Divideva Bhogan. They will get to experience all the heavenly opulences. How long? Tetam Bhuktva Swarga Lokam Vishalam. The opulences of Swarga Loka are unlimited. There is no end to them. Swarga Loka Vishalam. But one can get all those opulence, unlimited opulences, as long as one's piety is there. Shine Punne. After that Punya is over, they will come to Bharata-Varsa. Bharata-Varsa is the Martaloka. Evam Traidharma Manu Prapanna. Because they followed the Vedas, they performed yajnas, they accumulated Punya, they gone to Sargaloka, they enjoyed heavenly opulences, they have developed the taste, higher taste. And after again they take birth as human being, again they perform the same yajnas. Evam Traidharmam Anuprapanna. Anuprapanna means again they perform the same yajnas. Gata Gatam Kama Kama Labante. Again they go to Sargaloka in order to fulfill their desires again.
They are tossing up down.
They go up and down, up and down, up and down. These are the visiting people in the heaven. They don't stay for the entire Manvantara. They only stay for few thousand years. The other lower places, the Bhauma Swarga, they are living for 10,000 years. There they may be living for 100,000 years. We can say like that. According to one's Punya, Asadya Punya, they live that many years.
Again, in a hotel where we go, wherever we get served, the amount of cash we are having, if that gets exhausted, we will be directly or indirectly told by you can make a bill. So same way.
Now these people who gone to Swarga, who are only having the limited residency facility, they are praying. Now they are offering the prayers to the residents of Bharata-Varsa. And they are saying that Bharata-Varsa is suitable for service to Lord Mukunda. They are currently there in heaven, and they are saying that Bharata-Varsa is suitable for service to Lord Mukunda. And they are asking that what kind of pious activities these people have performed who are taken birth in Bharata-Varsa. Air Janma Labdam Nrushu Bharatajire, Mukunda Sevai Paikam Pruhaina. The people in Bharata-Varsha, they have the great opportunity of serving Lord Mukunda. By what past activities they have taken birth in Bharata-Varsha? Somebody may question, why are you saying that you are enjoying more appliances, but I don't have the opportunity to serve Mukunda? Bharata-Varsha people have more or greater opportunity to worship Mukunda than the heavenly residents.
Why truly like that?
Wait. Let us wait for the Bhagavatam to reveal. Be patient. What is the use of our performing difficult sacrifices, vows, austerities, and charities on earth? When they were on the earth in Bharata-Varsha, they performed so many yajnas. They performed so many vratas, so many vows, so many austerities, so many charities. What is the use of all these things? We have attained the transcendent residence in the heaven. They have gone to heaven. There they will stay 1 lakh years. Then they will be thrown down from heaven. They can't stay. One may say, you attend higher residence. They say that even though we are in heaven, but we can't have the remembrance of the Lord. One say, आप तो बोल रहे हमको remembrance है. That means you are remembering Lord Narayana. So you have the remembrance. They say that, but that remembrance does not last long because of the excessive enjoyment of the senses. The heaven is filled with lot of facilities for enjoyment. Even though one has the desire to remember Lord Narayana, that cannot last long. Nayatra Narayana Pada Pankaja Smruti Pramushta Atishaya Indriya Ustava. The heaven is filled with Indriya Ustava. It is very difficult to continue the Narayana Pada Smruti. It will be taken away by the excessive enjoyment in the heaven. In Bharata-Varsha, the excessive enjoyment is not there. There is excessive misery only. One is forced to remember Lord Narayana. So that is the special USP of Bharata-Varsha. Dukkalayam Ashashvatam. Some Lord says Dukkalayam. Somebody says, no, Baba, it is a place of happiness. Then Lord says, there may be happiness, but that is not everlasting. It is Ashashvatam. Even though a person may be on the roadside, person may be on the topmost building of the multi-story building, both are going through misery. The type of misery may be different, but misery is there. No one can say, I don't have any misery. One may be having crores of bank balance, but misery is there.
Health will not be perfect.
Yeah, something will be there always. One may have happiness, but that is not everlasting. That is the specialty of Bharata-Varsha. In the heaven, there is continued happiness, but they can't remember Lord Narayana. And they are saying that, why we came all the way here.
So the third refers, it's applicable more for Bharata-Varsha.
Yes. That Dukkalayam word comes in Bhagavad Gita, which was compiled by Vasudev, which is meant for Kali Yuga people of Bharata-Varsha. Not even for other Yuga people of Bharata-Varsha, especially for Kali Yuga people of Bharata-Varsha.
Also, they have collected pious credits and then they have gone, right?
Yes.
So if they are pious, then why can't they remember Lord there? Even if they are enjoying. Piety is there. No? So through that piety, they cannot remember God.
Like that, huh? So after going home, your friend, one of your old friend, schoolmate, college mate, calls for a dinner, and both of you will go to normal restaurant, not Govinda's. You will sit on the dining table. What will you discuss? In the dining table, which will go for 1 hour, what will you discuss? What? You tell me, na?
About eating only.
No. You remember your old memories. You discuss about what's happening, what are you working on, what are the latest technology development, what is the new iPhone, what is happening, all these things. Say today these things. Will you remember about Narayana at the time? You are a devotee, by the way. Will you remember about Narayana?
Somewhat. If I'm not a POD, but still somewhere consciousness.
If you want to preach, you may talk about Krishna, but there is no agenda for preaching. It's a casual meeting. Just want to spend some time with friend. Will you? Even if you want to preach about Krishna, if he is not interested in, how long it will continue? So it's like that. Swarga is like that. Swarga is like a 5-star hotel filled with variety of dishes. The focus will be on eating, not on Krishna Katha. It's simple like that. Even one may do Krishna Katha, थोड़ा देर के बाद निकल जाते हैं. Even what to speak of that, even when you go to Govindas, they say Bahulavan dosha, ye dosha, wo dosha. Instead of focusing on Bahulavan, we focus on what are the ingredients in the dosha. This will have cheese, this will have butter, this will have this. ऐसे ही discussion चलता रहता है. Even sitting in the temple, in the Govindas, if we sit on the dining table, we discuss mostly on today let us have chiseler, this, that, and so many things.
So again, mode of goodness doesn't guarantee you bhakti. It is helping.
In ISKCON temple only we are not able to discuss about Krishna, then what is because Sarga? Are you getting, bro?
When we are having luxury, we generally avoid, and when there is this karma card.
I'll reveal some secrets. In Brahmachari ashram, we are about Telugu Brahmacharis. Few of us are there. When we meet together, we discuss about, sorry?
Telugu dishes.
What else? Anyone can guess? Baapre. Oh, kahan purity what level pe chale gaye. We discuss about Telugu movies. So, our counselor is Shamanand Prabhu. And when we go to him also, we discuss about Telugu movies only. In the sense, in order to connect some philosophical points, we connect with movies.
That's what it's all Matsita Matkata. If you corrected preaching.
So in the movies and sense, not always, but generally I'm telling, even in the temple also, when we meet together also, friends come together in the same background, we kind of remember our old days. So in that way, not that all the time, but I'm just telling. So kindly, I mean, just to help you understand, I'm giving all these examples. So in that way. Movies means the old movies which we watched when we were studying in college.
We will not do that. We will not do this.
Even though we also discuss about Bahubali also. Because they copied it from Mahabharata only. Bahubali is all Mahabharata story only. Dhritarashtra, Pandu, and then Pandavas and Kauravas. It's Mahabharata story. If you have not watched. There was recently one movie came, Kartikeya 2. That is from 11th canto Uddhav Gita. So that movie talks about there is a different personalities. Yesterday and today Bhagavatam verses are there, no?
Yeah.
Yesterday's verse is like Arjuna was defeated by the infidel cowherd boys. The infidel cowherd boys are belonging to one particular race. They are called Abhira. Abhira Shumba, that the race is called Abhiras. The Kartikeya 2 movie also talks about Abhiras. So the Abhiras does not allow anybody to take anything belongs to Krishna. That's why when Arjuna was taking the queens along with him, they fight with Arjuna. So they defeat and take the queens and bring them to Madura back, and they were given back to Vajranab, who was the new king of the Madura. So it is like that. So in the movie they talk about one anklet of Krishna was left behind, which will protect whenever there is some difficulty in Kali Yuga. What Krishna left behind is Uddhav Gita and Bhagavad Gita. Of course, Uddhav Gita is a repetition of Bhagavad Gita. In one sense, Uddhav Gita both are same, but Bhagavad Gita is more general tone. Uddhav Gita is more specific tone. It goes into more like we say undergraduation, post-graduation. It is like post-graduation level. Bhagavad Gita like undergraduation level, general tone. So in that way, that anklet is for us from our terminology, it is like Uddhav Gita. And they also show Uddhava also. So like the concepts are from scripture only, they present in the modern applicable way. So in that way. So some of the movies are based on our scriptures only. We can discuss about them. Not an issue. Bahubali is like Mahabharata and something like that.
When anyone saw the Bahubali, it looked like that our own original tradition has come back.
So in that way. Sorry for deviation. So now they further pray. A movement stay in Bharata-Varsa is better than living in Brahmaloka for one kalpa. The Maharloka, in Sargaloka, their lifespan is one manvantara. In Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, the 4 upper planets, their lifespan is one kalpa, 1 day of Brahma, which is equal to 1000 Chaturyugas. One manvantara is 71 Chaturyugas, one kalpa is 1000 Chaturyugas. And they are telling that a movement stay in Bharata-Varsa is better than one kalpa in Brahmaloka. Why? Because Katvanga Maharaj, second canto, verse number 14. Second canto, first chapter, text number 14. He was requested by the Devatas to fight for them. He was fighting for them as the commander-in-chief, Senapati. Eventually, on the other side, Mother Parvati married Lord Shiva. They begot a son. Who was that? Kartikeya. The Kartikeya would be the next commander-in-chief. When he came for the battle, the Devatas requested Katvanga. My dear king, thank you very much for joining us. You can retire. And then they said that you please ask for a boon, whatever you want. He said, please tell me how much time is there for me. How much time left? They said 1 muhurta. He said, send me to Bharata-Varsa. They sent him to Bharata-Varsa. And here in Bharata-Varsa, he did Smaranam. Then he went back to Godhead. One moment for Smaranam only. 1 muhurta Smaranam. He went back to Godhead. Question is there, you could have done in Swarga only. Why he requested Devatas to transport him to Bharata-Varsa?
Time span of there is more.
There are here, Murtha is Murtha only, 48 minutes only.
Their luxury is there. That is the reason they will not be able to remember Lord. And here,
Bharata-Varsha is 8 days.
This is the specialty of Bharata-Varsha. Here, even it is done small time also, it has greater benefit. Neha Bikramanashasi, Salpam Apiyasya Dharmasya. Here, Salpam is enough. There, one is to do Mahat. That is the difference.
that is the reason they say that taking birth in Bharat-Varsha and again in Kali-Yuga is the best thing.
But Kali-Yuga lifespan is only 100 years. In Dwapara, 1000 years. One need to work hard. Long time.
If you are fortunate, if you.
So in that way.
We are all
South Mumbai, Chopati.
People of Bharata-Varsha easily attain Vaikuntha by practicing Bhakti. Other places will also attain Vaikuntha, but not easily. Here easy means small time span, long time span. From that way. 60 years kaha and 71 Chaturyugas kaha and 1 kalpa kaha. So you compare. So in that way. Kalpayusham Sthana Jayat Punarbhavat Kshanayusham Bharata Bhujayo Varam. Even 1 Kshana in Bharata-Varsha can enable one to go back to Godhead. Even one stays in Satyaloka for 1 kalpa, no guarantee. It doesn't mean that there is no guarantee. There is a guarantee also, but one need to be vigilant for 1 kalpa. Here one should be vigilant for 60 years. That is sufficient. So in that way. Even Brahmaloka should not be accepted if there are no rivers of sweet topics about the Lord. Hey, one may say, ऐसा कैसे बोल सकते हैं आप? Brahmalok भी अच्छा जगह है. So, what is the criteria to say Brahmalok is also good place? The criteria is there should be the rivers of sweet Krishna Katha going on. If there are no devotees who take shelter of those topics, if somebody is speaking Krishna Katha, if there is no audience to hear, then who will be interested to come and participate in that Krishna Katha? When one person is speaking, 1000 people are hearing, 1 more 1000 will be attracted. When 10,000 people are hearing, 10,000 more people are getting attracted to that. If more people are there in the audience, more people get attracted. If less people are there, less people only will be attracted. It is common human behavior. If there are no great festivals, if there are no sacrifices of chanting his names, one should not accept residence even in Brahmaloka. That's what they say. On the other hand, they say that all these things are continuously happening in Bharata-Varsha. So if one is there around, one is forced to drag into the satsang, even though one does not want. Nayetra Vaikunta Katha Sudapaga Nasadavo Bhagavata Tadashraya. Nayetra Yagnesha Maka Mahotsava. Suresha Lokopi Navaisa Sevetam. Even one should not accept residence in Suresha Loka, that is Brahma Loka, if these things are not there. Na Sevetam. This is the USP of Bharata-Varsha. Those who attain this Bharata and do not utilize it properly are the most lamentable person. Somebody said just now, we are all fortunate, we are all fortunate. Getting birth in Bharata-Varsha is not so great. But after getting birth in Bharata-Varsha, one should take the opportunity seriously. Otherwise, we are the most lamentable persons by the heavenly residents. They are lamenting about us. They are again bound up like birds trapped by a hunter. If we don't take up bhakti seriously, we are again bound up in this material world. The Lord certainly award the desired objects, not in a way that they will ask again after enjoying. In Bharata-Varsha, even though people are not interested in bhakti, the devotees will come, the acharyas will come, even the Lord also will come. Lord also will give bhakti forcefully. When somebody goes to Pandharpur or Tirupati or anywhere asking for, my dear Lord, give me something, good grades, good job, increment, good salary, and visa, America, all these things, and good wife, good children, so many things will be there. Even though they ask the Supreme Lord, Lord will fulfill their desires, and also Lord will give his own lotus feet by force. Satyam dishanti artitam artito nunam. Naivartito naivartado yat punarartito yata. Swayam vidatte bhajatam anichatam. When the pilgrims go to holy place and ask the Lord, may the Lord fulfill these desires. Lord fulfills those desires in such a way that they will not come again to ask for some more such kind of desires. What happens in between? While fulfilling those desires, Lord will give his own lotus feet, Nijapada Pallavam. Swayam vidatte, even though they have not asked for, but Lord on his own gives his own lotus feet. So that Bhajatam Anichatam, even though they are not interested in worshipping Lord's lotus feet, they are forced to worship Lord's lotus feet. Ichchapidanam Nijapada Pallavam. Here everything is given by force. Even though we don't want, forcefully they will give us. That is what happens here in Bharata-Varsha. That's why they say that na Swargaloka, no Satyaloka. We want to take birth in Bharata-Varsha. That's what they say at the end. If we have any pious credits remaining in our quota bank balance, by performing sacrifices, by chanting the Vedas, by performing charities and other auspicious activities, may those credits give us birth in Bharata with the remembrance of the Lord. Not only just birth in Bharata, but birth with the remembrance of Lord's lotus feet. Then only one can take up bhakti seriously, where we will have the association of the devotees. We will worship the Lord. We will receive the blessings of the Lord. Tena bhaje sansmritimad janma nasyad varshe harir yad bhajatam samtanoti. We want to get birth in Bharata-Varsha, where we have the opportunity to worship Lord Hari. Harir yad bhajatam. What were the essence of the prayers of Dhruva Maharaj in the 4th canto?
Please, higher than
Not that.
Devotees association.
Devotees association. What was the essence of the prayers of Prithu Maharaj?
Association.
What was the essence of the prayers of Prachetas? Prachetas.
Yeah. Association.
That's it. Devotees association. Everyone wants devotees association. Nothing more than that. Lord Vishnu is standing in front of them. They could have asked, my dear Lord, please take me along with you. No. Give me devotees association. I am not thoroughly purified yet. I don't know about you completely. I want to know about you more. That is only possible in association of devotees. I want to train myself how to serve you. If you take me prematurely, I cannot serve you properly there. I will create havoc in the Vaikuntha. First, give me association of devotees so that I will be trained properly. Then I will come to Vaikuntha. You may be ready to take me there, but I am not ready. I am not qualified yet. Please give me association of devotees. They will train. Who will train me? All over Bhagavatam is same mode. Lord is standing in front of them. They say, give me devotees association. This is the mode of Bhagavatam. This is the mode of all the devotees in the past. And Devatas also saying the same thing. Give us birth in Bharata-Varsa with the memory of your lotus feet in the association of devotees who will be constantly discussing Krishna Katha, chanting Harinam, performing Sankirtan festivals, etc. etc. This is the USP of Bharata-Varsa.
Is it pertain to any particular yugas or are they especially as in Kali Yuga?
Whichever Yuga, same thing. In Kali Yuga, Bhakti is there, but less time. If one takes seriously 60 years, one can go back to Godhead. In the previous Yugas, one need to practice Bhakti for 960 years, 900 more years. So this is from Bhagavatam. Now from Mahabharata. So now we'll go a little faster. Till now it's already 5 o'clock. Depiction of Mahabharata. Till now, what was their description of Bharata-Varsa? What was Bharata-Varsa? What was Bharata-Khanda? Everything is there. Now let us get into how does this Bharata-Khanda look like? We have talked about Bharata-Varsa. We are having 9 divisions. The 9th division is so special. We talked about that. Now let us see what is that Bharata-Khanda. How does it look like? The map of Bharata-Khanda was first discovered by Sri Tiruvenkata Ramanuja, who was born in 1905, lived all the way up to 1882. Based on the shlokas of Mahabharata, Sri Bhishma Parva, Jambu Kanda Vinirnaya Parva, 5th chapter. What were the shlokas? These were the 3 shlokas. Studying, understanding the meaning, he draw the map of Bharata-Khanda. Sri Tiruvenkata Ramanuja. So now let us understand. So in the normal previous Mahabharata, it was in the 5th chapter. So there is one book, Bhandarkar Oriental Research Institute in Pune. They have published one critical edition of Mahabharata. So in that book, I found these 3 verses in the 6th chapter, text number 12, text number 15, text number 16. So from that book, I am explaining these verses. So this is the portrait of Sri Tiruvenkata Ramanuja. He appeared in Maduramangalam. After taking up sannyas, he made his residence in Perambudur, the birthplace of Sri Ramanujacharya. Even if you go to Perambudur, we can see his ashram. This is a portrait from his ashram only, his photo. So now let us examine one by one all the verses. Sudarshanam Pravakshami Dvipam Te Kurunandana Parimandalo Maharaja Dviposo Chakra Samsita. This Bharata-Khanda is called Sudarshana Dvipa, since it looks beautiful to the eyes of the onlookers. Sudarshanam Pravakshami Dvipam Te Kurunandana. These verses are spoken by Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra. Sanjaya is saying that, my dear Kurunandana, my dear Dhritarashtra, this Dvipa is called as Sudarshan Dvipa because it looks very beautiful. Okay? And then, being circular, it looks like the disc of the Lord. Sudarshana also we have Lord Sudarshana. Whenever we go to South Indian temples, we have Sudarshan deity. So it is Sudarshan deity also, there is a deity in the middle, there is Sudarshan chakra behind. Anywhere if you see, it is circular. And Bharata-Khanda also looks circular. That's why it's compared with Sudarshana. And also, it is attached to the cyclical time in the form of disc preceded by the God Sudarshana. Sudarshan chakra is also similar to Kala chakra. The Kala chakra will have cyclic repetition of the time. Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali. So in that way, in all because of all the different reasons, it is called Sudarshan Dvipa. Lord Sudarshana, Kala chakra. Then the one word is used, Parimandala. Sudarshan Dvipa is in the form of a globe, since all the 4 corners of this Bharata-Khanda is rounded like the bale fruit. The shloka uses the word Parimandala. You see here the Parimandala. Parimandala means, of course, one meaning is it looks circular. When you see from the far, it looks like a circular thing. But when you go nearby, it looks like a bale fruit. The 9th division of Bharata-Varsa, which is known as Bharata-Khanda, Sudarshan Dipa, Kumarika Dipa, it looks like a bale fruit when you go nearby. From far, it looks like a circle, Sudarshan disc, but when you go nearby, it looks like this. Okay. So now let us go further. Next verse. Vrikshai pushpa palopetai sampanna dana danyavan lavanena samudrena samantat parivarita. So the 9th division, which is Sudarshan Dipa, it looks like the bale fruit. On the surface of the bale fruit, what is there? On the surface of the bale fruit, it is filled with Vriksha Pushpa Palopeta. It is filled with so many trees which give flowers or fruits. Okay. And also it is filled with Sampanna Dana Danyavan. All the other variety of plants which will give us Dana and Danya. Okay. And the entire surface of the Sudarshan Dipa, it is surrounded by, it is filled with Lavanena Samudrena. Lavana Samudra is there on the surface of the entire Bharata-Khanda. Yatacha Purusha Pashyed Adrishe Mukamatmana Evam Sudarshana Dvipo Drishyate Chandramandale. Every day morning after taking bath, in order to put tilak, we see our face in the mirror and apply tilak. Okay. Consider the moon to be a mirror. And Bharata-Varsa, not Bharata-Khanda, is looking himself into the mirror. There are two possibilities are there when we see in the mirror. When we see in the mirror, our head is also like the spear. We see this half of the portion. Okay. And when you keep the mirror backward, we see the back side. Same way, accepting the moon to be a mirror, the Bharata-Khanda looking himself or herself, whichever gender, in the mirror. How does it look like? Dviramshe Pippalas Tatra Dviramshecha Chasho Mahan Sarvaushadi Samavyapi Sarvato Paribramita. It says that half of it appears in the form of a big peepal tree leaf. When you see from the front portion of the Bharata-Khanda, when he sees himself in the mirror of the moon, it appears to be like a big peepal leaf. Actually, it is a plural, a combination of big peepal leaves. Okay. And the other half, it appears to be like a rabbit. Dviramshe Pippalas Tatra. One side it appears to be Pippalas, plural people tree leaves, a combination of people tree leaves. And the other side it appears to be like a great Shesho Mahan, a great huge rabbit. And also few other small people tree leaves. They are surrounded by all varieties of vegetation. The people tree is surrounded by vegetation. The rabbit is surrounded by different type of vegetation. And then Apastato Anya Vigneya Esha Sankshepa Uchate. And the remaining area on the surface of the Bharata-Khanda is filled with water. Bhumi Rapo Nalo Vayu. Apastato. The water is there in the rest of the area. Except where it looks like a people tree leaves or the rabbit, remaining entire area is like the water only. It is all water only. Sri Thiruvenkat Ramana Jiyar sketched a drawing of one big rabbit with some vegetation on one side and few people tree leaves on the other side, as per the Mahabharata shlokas. It was like this. Here two people tree leaves are there, some vegetation here and there. Wait. This is what Mahabharata describes. It is talking about a rabbit. A rabbit is here. And people tree leaves are like this only. Na? This is where the joint to the twig. Leaf is like this only. Just follow the description of the Mahabharata. On one side, when you see front side, there is a combination of people tree leaves are there. On the back side, there is a rabbit and also some vegetation and some more people tree leaves here and there. He draw this, but he was not getting head and tail. Hey, what is this? What is Mahabharata talking about? After some time, he turned it around. Then it made sense to him. Okay. One side, the front side of the globe, other side is the back side of the globe.
So this is the current world that we see, right? Can be concluded at this moment. No,
The 9th division of Bharata-Varsa is known as Bharata-Khanda, and that Bharata-Khanda is our earth globe. Okay, and remaining all area is filled with water. Yes or no?
Yes.
So pretty clear. No need to worry, no confusion. This is our Jambudvipa. This is our Bharata-Varsha. Within Bharata-Varsha, this is our Bharata-Khanda. Okay. Some close up. Fine. This is where we are located. This is the picture drawn by Sri Tiruvenkat Ramanujar. He not only drew this image, but this is what we are discussing now, and he also draw the image of the entire universe also. Now, there is a small video about this. Kindly watch.
Srila Prabhupada's desire for the diagram was not to go unfulfilled. That elusive map was discovered by Srila Prabhupada's disciples at the holy village of Melukote, some 50 kilometers north of Mysore, Karnataka in India. This diagram accurately depicted the entire cosmology of Srimad Bhagavatam in an ingenious yet simple rendering. The person through whom it was revealed to the world was the 19th century scholar saint Tiruvenkata Ramanuja G.R. Swami. Born in Sri Perumbudur, Tamil Nadu, Tiruvenkata Swami went on to become an acharya or spiritual leader in the preceptorial line known as the Sri Sampradaya. He spent several years of his life in Melukote, which 900 years earlier had been the residence place of Sripad Ramanujacharya, the most prominent acharya of the Sri Sampradaya. At Melukote, in the 1,000-year-old temple, Tiruvenkata Swami studied and taught the Vedas and also worshipped the deity of Tirucheluva Narayan.
अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दयैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये.
One day, while studying the Mahabharata, a 5,000-year-old epic of ancient India, he came across some intriguing verses. In the 5th chapter of Jambu-Khanda, Bhishma Parva of Mahabharata, it is said,
Sudarshanam pravakshami dvipastu gurunandana parimandalo maharaja dvipoyam chakra samstita yato hi purusha pashyet darshanam mukhamatmana evam sudarshana dvipo drishyate chandramandale dviramshe pipalastatra dviramshe cha saso mahan sarvaushadhi samavayes sarvata parivarita.
This Bharata-Khanda is called Sudarshana Dvip, since it looks beautiful to the eyes of the onlookers. Being circular, it looks like the disk of the Lord, and it is attached to cyclic time in the form of a disk presided over by Lord Sudarshana. Bharata-Khanda is in the form of a globe, since all of its 4 corners are rounded like the bale fruit. When viewed from the moon, half of Bharata-Khanda appears like the rabbit and a small peepal leaf, while the other half appears in the form of a big peepal leaf, with all of them surrounded by varieties of vegetation. Pondering the verses, he became perplexed. What on earth can a rabbit and people leaves have to do with geography or cosmography? As he sought to understand their meaning, he contemplated, meditated, and prayed. Finally, by divine inspiration, he sketched a drawing of the rabbit and the people leaves, but still remained mystified about their connection with the Earth's geography. Suddenly it dawned on him that if the drawing was turned upside down, the rabbit perfectly corresponded with Europe, Asia, and Africa, while the people leaves corresponded with North America, South America, and Australia. These continents comprise our Earth, which the Mahabharata calls Bharata-Khanda. Vishnu Purana also describes the Earth as Bharata-Khanda and gives its diameter as 8,000 miles. The Earth is also referred to by the name Bharata-Khanda in the invocation Sankalpa mantra chanted by Brahmana priests since time immemorial up until the present day.
Jambudvipe Bharata-Varshe Bharata-Khande Meroho
Vedic cosmology gives descriptions of the entire cosmos, including its subtle features. Perception and access to these subtle features, however, requires karmic qualification. Consequently, much of the cosmos described earlier, as well as parts of the cosmography about to be described, are imperceptible and inaccessible to us earthly inhabitants. Bharata-Khanda is one of the 9 islands of the larger and originally bow-shaped Bharata-Varsa, which was divided by the sons of Sagara. Being completely surrounded by water, the islands are mutually unreachable. In the Vedas, Bharata-Khanda, our Earth, is also referred to by other names such as Sudarshan Dvip, Kumarika Dvip, and Navadvip, etc.
Okay. Is it fine? Devotees online could follow what we discussed till now?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on. Surisdanta also indicates our Bharata-Khanda being spherical. It says in one verse, Sarvatraiva mai gole swastanam uparisitam manyate ke eto golasya ka urdam ka api ada. As the shape of the Bharata-Khanda is spherical, people in each place think themselves to be uppermost. But as the globe of earth is situated in ether, as it is perceived by our eye, what then is its upper side and lower side? It means, this person thinks I am standing above, this person thinks I am standing above, this person thinks I am standing above. But from the outside geography point of view, this person is actually upside down. Does he ever feel like upside down? No. So because it is spherical, this experience will be there. This is Pratyaksha Pramana. With respect to line of equator. We are in India somewhere little very close to line of equator, just above the line of equator. So we are standing like this, but we feel standing like this. So, yes, gravitational.
Okay, we are not come to that, but what I mean is gravitational means is the center of attraction.
Yeah, anything on the surface of the earth is attracted to the center of the earth.
So it is gravitational force only for the Bharata-Khanda or Bharata-Varsa also. So
because since we are living on the surface of this, we belong to this. So we are attracted to the center of this. Okay. We have to see locally only. And this Bharata-Khanda, which is part of Bharata-Varsa, and that has different laws. And the Bharata-Varsa is part of Jambudvipa, and Jambudvipa is part of Bhumandala. So it's like local to global, it varies. So now see, this is Africa, but India also just side by there. In India also we are standing somewhat like this only. So this is like sphere. This is North Pole, South Pole, line of equator. We are standing here. But in our daily experience, we are standing like this. So taking the reference this, last time we saw the directions east, west, north, south. You remember? So there was some talking about this is east, this is west, this is north, this is south. This is actually true north, this is true south. Okay, true north is this side, true south is this side. So now with respect to our current today experience, this is the earth globe. Here is India, the blue one is India. We are standing here, so like this. So on this with respect to the Bhumandala, sun is traveling like this. For a person who is there on the North Pole, he will see sun is doing parikrama around him every day. And for the person South Pole, he will also see sun is doing parikrama around him in the counterclockwise parikrama. But we are here in the line of equator, and sun will be traveling like this. That's why we have the experience of we are standing like this, and sun will be doing like this. That is what we are going through. That's why Sukadeva Goswami, when he is talking about Jambudipa, this side is calling as south. This side is calling as north. This side is the sun during the midday, and that side is sun during the midnight. So in that way, it's like this. We in India standing like this, and sun is traveling across the earth globe like this. And we have the experience of sun traveling like this. Similarly, if you see the person on the North Pole, he will see sun is doing parikrama around him. Person at 60 degrees, he will see sun is traveling at inclined plane. We see like this now, he will see like this. And person 30 degrees, he will see like this. 60 degrees like this, and is like this. And on the line of equator, especially we in India, we see like this. And for us, the Bhumandala is like this. For the entire universe, the Bhumandala is like this. And Earth globe in that. But for us, Bhumandala is like this. It's a vertical Bhumandala. Earth globe is here, and sun is traveling like this. Because it is spherical object. I'm putting all these things in order to establish the Bharata-Khanda is spherical. Now, diameter of the earth. The modern science says that the 3 diameters are there. So one is mean diameter, one is diameter measured across the line of equator, one diameter measured across the North Pole, South Pole. 3 diameters are there. One is minimum, maximum, and average. Minimum is 12,713. Maximum is 12,756. Average 742. So what Bhagavatam has to say? Bhagavatam says that the Jambudipa diameter is 1 lakh yojanas. Bharata-Varsa width is 9,000 yojanas. It has got 9 divisions. Each division is about 1,000 yojanas. 1 yojana is 8 miles. So 8,000 miles. 1 mile is 1.609 kilometers. It is 12,872 kilometers. 12,742. Almost. Now, all these things. Anyway, you get the recording and cloud. So now, Surisdanta says the diameter of the earth globe is 1,600 yojanas. Yojanani shatanyashto bhukarno dvigunanitu. The bhukarna, the diameter of the earth is 2 times 2, 800. Shatanyashto. According to Surisdanta, diameter is the distance between the lower part to the upper part of the sphere along with its surface. How do you measure the diameter of a spherical object? Can't you travel? Can you travel through the center of the earth? The best, simplistic way is walk on the surface from here to this side to this side, or this side to this side. Whatever distance you walk, that is the diameter. But according to geometry, it is equal to the half of the total circumference. Then if you want to convert into actual diameter and actual diameter or radius, C is equal to 2 pi r, D is equal to 2 r is equal to C by pi. So D is equal to actual diameter is equal to total circumference divided by pi. 1600 is half circumference. 2 times 1600 by pi. It will be 1019 yojanas. Is that okay? 1000 to 1019 acceptable? Then the next line says that Tad vargato dashagunat padam bhu paradir bhavet. How to convert diameter to pardi? What is the formula? Diameter to pardi? C is equal to 2D, as pi d. Pardi to diameter. The converting factor is pi. The Surisdanta says how to calculate pi. The Bhu Paradhi is equal to square root of 10 into d square, or square root of 10 into d. Square root of 10 times d. We have pi value is equal to 22/7. Na? Suryadanta uses pi is equal to root 10. Some simple formula. If you use root 10 for pi, it comes 1012 yojanas, which is very close to 10 again, 1000 again. That is the formula used in scriptures. And Bhagavatam uses pi is equal to 3. They don't use pi is equal to 3.14. Pi means 3. Multiply with 3, it is circumference. Closest round figure. And now, the fourth canto talks about one interesting verse. The Puranjana was wandering different places from place to place, trying to find out a city which give complete enjoyment. So then Bhagavatam says, Sa ekada himavato dakshineshu atastanushu tadarsha navabir dwarbir puram lakshita lakshanam. While he was searching for a suitable place to live, Puranjana, after wandering the surface of the entire Bhumandala, he traveled all over the Bhumandala, traveled all over Jambudvipa. One day, he saw on the southern side of the Himalayas a city with 9 gates, which he understood had all good qualities. After traveling 14 planetary systems, after traveling the rest of the Bhumandala, after traveling the rest of the Jambudvipa, after crossing Himalaya mountain, he entered into Bharata-Varsa. In Bharata-Varsa, he saw a city of 9 gates. What is the city of 9 gates? What?
9 khandas.
Sorry?
9 khandas, huh?
I am asking from 4th canto, chapter 25, text number 3. What was discussed in the 4th canto, chapter 25? Huh? The human body. Not just body. Body can be anybody's body. The human body. The human body. The human body in Bharata-Varsa. Bharata-Varsa is this side of the Himalayas. Getting a human body in Bharata-Varsa can fulfill all the one's desires, including the desire to go back to Godhead. That is the specialty of Bharata-Varsa. Puranjana wandered through various births in various forms because he could not find all the happiness he desired. He traveled to other places, he went to heaven, this, that, all the species also, but he was not completely satisfied. Desiring objects for attaining enjoyment, he thought that all the houses or all the physical forms on the earth were not suitable. Having traveled all over the Bhumandala, he finds the human body in Bharata-Varsa, which had all the good qualities, which can fulfill all his desires. Only in Bharata, Karma Bhumi, which is Karma Bhumi, as a result of performing pious actions to get the human body, he saw a human body which had visibly all good qualities. That means he is not blind, he is not lame, he is not this, he is not that. His health is in good condition. He is the same gentleman, intellectual person. And then one more verse from 7th canto, the famous verse. Kaumara acharit prajno dharman bhagavata niha durlabam manusham janma tadapi adruvam artadam. The wise should practice bhakti yoga in one's life from the very youth, Kaumara onwards. Human birth is very rare and transient and effective for the practice of bhakti. Thus, at Kaumara age, which is from 1 to 5 years, itself, one should practice Bhagavad Dharma, consisting of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, etc. etc. Having taken birth in the land of Bharata. Iha stands for Bharata. In the entire Bhagavatam, Mahabharata, Ramayana, anywhere, wherever Iha word comes, that indicates Bharata-Varsa. Having obtained human birth in Bharata-Varsa, one should start practicing bhakti from Kaumara onwards. In the purport, there is a question. How can you say that kya karenge chota bacha 1 saal varsha? You should wait for 16 years old. Then you can practice bhakti. Then there are 2 answers given. What is the guarantee that you will start bhakti at 16th year old? 16 years. You might be attracted to somewhere else. What is then the second question that what is the guarantee that you will be alive till 16 years? Therefore, practice bhakti from first year only, so that your human birth is not wasted. Otherwise, if one does not take to bhakti, that human life is gone. Again, getting human birth again means you don't know how much time it will take. So in that way.
So the Bharata here refers to Bharata-Khanda or Varsha?
In general, Bharata-Varsa, but in specific, Bharata-Khanda. So in that way. So then, whatever we have discussed till now, it is also there in our daily practices. May not be us, but connected to us. In India, all traditional temples, every day morning when they wake up the Lord, they chant Sankalpa mantra while beginning the day activities. Even in our respective homes, when we perform any samskara, namakarana or vivaha or anything, any auspicious ceremony, Sankalpa mantra is chanted at the beginning of the ceremony. So here the Sankalpa mantra is made for 14th April 2019. That was Ram Navami. April 14th. April Ram Navami comes in April only. So it was Ram Navami. It was Sunday. Vikari Nama Samvatsara. People are familiar with the Samvatsara. South India, we are familiar. Gudi Padava in Maharashtra. In Andhra, we celebrate Ugadi. That is the beginning of Kali Yuga. Ugadi means Yuga Adi. That is the day Kali Yuga began. So every year anniversary, the year name keeps changing. So that time it was Vikari Nama Samvatsara. It was Uttarayana. January Makar Sankranti to July, it will be Uttarayana. And Vasanta Rutu. March, April is spring season. Chaitra Masa. Starting from Gudi Padava, 1 month is Chaitra Masa. So 9 days after Ugadi, Ramanavami comes. Shukla Paksha. The first fortnight is Shukla Paksha. The day after Amavasya, the month begins. Pratipad all the way up to Paurnami, it is Shukla Paksha. The day after Paurnami to Amavasya, it is Krishna Paksha. Ramanavami comes in Shukla Paksha, bright fortnight. Ramanavami is a Navami, so Navamyam. And Ravi Vasare, the day is Sunday, so is Ravi Vasare. So for that day, the Sankalpa mantra is written. It starts with Sri Govinda 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 Asya Sri Bhagavat Mahapurushasya Vishnor Agnyaya Pravartamanasya. Whatever auspicious ceremony I am doing, it is as per the order of Lord Vishnu. Deity worship, performing Namaka ceremony or any auspicious ceremony is all as per Lord Vishnu's Agnya, because Lord Vishnu is responsible for maintenance. So everything that we do for our maintenance is all Vishnu's order only. So in that way. Adya Brahmana, from the year of Brahma's birth, from the beginning of Lord Brahma's birth. Dvitiya Pararde, in the second half of Brahma's lifespan, 51st year of Lord Brahma. Shveta Varaha Kalpe, in the 51st year there are 360 days, which are divided to 12 months. In every month there are 30 days. Out of 30 days, we are in the first day of Brahma, in the 51st year. So that day is called as Shveta Varaha Kalpa, the first day of the first month of the 51st year of Lord Brahma now. Vaivashvata Manvantare, within a day of Brahma, within a Kalpa, there are 14 Manvantaras. Out of the 14 Manvantara, 6 already passed. Currently, we are in the 7th Manvantara, which is called as Vaivashvata Manu. In the reigning period of the current Vaivashvata, the 7th Manu period of the 14 Manu periods. Ashta Vimshetame, one Manvantara period lasts for 71 Chaturyugas, out of which 27 already passed. Currently, we are in the 28th Manvantara. Ashta Vimshet means 28th. Ashta is 8, Vimshet is 20. In the 20th Chaturyuga of the Vaivashvata Manvantara of the 71 Chaturyugas. And in the 20th Chaturyuga, we are in the Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga. In that Kali Yuga, we are in the Prathama Pada, first quarter. Pada means 1/4. That is about the time. Starting from the beginning of Brahma's birth till the current period, time is mentioned. Then the place. In the 14 planetary systems, in the Bhuloka, in the Bhumandala, we are in Jambudipa. Jambudipe. In the Jambudipa, we are in Bharata-Varsa. In the Bharata-Varsa, we are in Bharata-Khanda. And where are these places located? Meroho Dakshina Parshve. So in the Bhagavatam, Meru is Mount Meru. In the Siddhantas, Meru means North Pole. They call Uttara Meru, Dakshina Meru. Uttara Meru means North Pole, Dakshina Meru is South Pole. Within Bharata-Khanda, with respect to North Pole, which direction we are located? South side. Meroho Dakshina Parsa. South means midday sun in the direction. Godavari Dakshina Tire. Bombay, the river nearby Bombay is Godavari. To the south of Godavari. Sayadri Kshetra Samipe. Generally it is always in terms of mountain and river. Mama Svagruhe, in my home. Mama Devata Sannidhav, in front of our household deities. This is about the place. Starting from the universe, coming all the way up to my home. In the time starting from Mama's birth, we came all the way up to first quarter of Kali Yuga. In that first quarter of Kali Yuga, where are we? Asmin Vartamane Vyavakarike. In the current period now reigning, in the first quarter of the current Kali Yuga. Prabhavadi Shashti Samvasaranam Mande. Like Prabhava Yuga, like that, there are 60 years, they keep rotating. Vaikari Nama Samvastare. We are in the Vaikari Nama Samvastara, which is from 2019 Gudi Padava to 2020 Gudi Padava is Vaikari Nama Samvastara. And in that, there are two divisions, Uttarayana and Dakshinayana. We are in the Uttarayana. Uttarayana starts on Makar Sankranti onwards, January 15th. And in that, Vasanta Rutu. According to Chandramana, we are in the Chaitra Masa. According to Suryamana, that time will be in the Meena Rashi. That day, the sun will be moving from Meena Rashi to Mesha Rashi. He will be transiting from Meena to Mesha. Chaitra Masa is from 6th April to 4th May. We are talking about 14th April. Chaitra Masa began 9 days before. Okay. Mesha Rashi begins on 14th April, will be lasting up to 14th May. So that day Mesha Rashi is happening. The sun is entering into Mesha Rashi. Shukla Paksha, we are in the bright fortnight. Navami Shubhatitau, it was Navami 9th Tithi. Ravi Vasara, Sunday. And that day, the moon is moving from Pushya Nakshatra to Ashlesha Nakshatra. The moon is entering into Ashlesha afternoon 1:17. And sun is moving from Revati to Ashwini. Sun will be entering into Ashwini in the afternoon at 2:25. So everything is mentioned. If some of you are familiar with Nakshatra, Tithi and Paksha, you can understand it. Otherwise, it's okay. So this is basically indicating about at what time, including all the way up to Nakshatra, Rashi, Tithi, Rutu, month, Uttarayana, Dakshinayana, all these things. And at what place in the entire universe. Sri Vishnu Yoga, Sri Vishnu Karana, Shubha Yoga, Shubha Karana, Evam Guna Visheshana Vishishtayam, Asyam Navamyam Shubhatitau, Sri Bhagavat Agnyaya, Sri Bhagavat Kainkari Rupam. It is the order of the Lord. I am doing it as a service unto the Lord. Yat Karoshi, Yadashnashi, Yat Joshi Tadashiyat, Yat Tapashasi, Kaunteya, Tat Kurushva, Madarpanam. Mat Kainkaryam, Kainkari Rupena. So the understanding is, when we perform any auspicious samskara or any ceremony, we are indicating to the sages in Sargaloka and Chitragupta in the Narakaloka. Kindly note down that I have done this at so and so place, at so and so time. So when we die, all that record will be read out. What are the pious activities I have done? What are the impious activities I have done? Everything will be recorded. So in that way. Sankalpa mantra indicates that. So in summary, in the last 3 classes, what we discussed is, it was Priyavrata Maharaj who divided the Bhumandala into 7 Dvipas by creating 7 circular oceans. And among the 7 circular Dvipas, the central one is Jambu Dvipa. Within Jambu Dvipa, there are 9 Varshas. And we discussed elaborately about Ilavata-Varsha and also about Bharata-Varsha, which has again further 9 divisions. Among the 9 divisions, the 9th one is Bharata-Khanda, etc. And we also discussed about the townships on the top of Mount Meru and Ganga's travel all over Jambu Dvipa also we discussed. This is the 9 Dvipas of the Bharata-Varsha. The 9th one is our Earth globe. That is where we are located. This is the Bhagavatam description. Many people, this is the same description of all the Puranas, all the Vedic literature talk about the same thing. But in the past, many who read these literatures and they draw the picture of entire thing that is mentioned in the Bhagavatam. So like this. The upper half of the earth globe is Jambudvipa. The remaining part of the lower part of the earth globe is the remaining the 7 oceans and the remaining 6 islands. Some people draw image like this. This is Bharata-Varsa, this is Kimpurusha-Varsha, this is the Hari-Varsha, like that. The Meru is North Pole. And here you see, this Kashmir area is there, na? So this is Kinnara-Varsha, this is Kimpurusha-Varsha. This is entire thing is Bharata-Varsha. Okay. This is basically the India area is there, na? Sindhu province means Pakistan. This is all Pakistan. So here is Delhi, here is Prayag, here is Kashi, Gaya, etc. Okay, some people draw image like this. They keep everything that is mentioned in the Bhagavatam in the earth globe itself. Some people draw it flat. But since Bhagavatam talks about flat, it is like this. Some people draw, they correlate the 7 islands of the Bhumandala to be 7 continents. And Jambudvipa is here. And the Himalayas which are there in the northern boundary of India are the Himalayas. The India is Bharata-Varsha. And here is Ilavata-Varsha and Mount Meru is here. Half mountains or something like that. This is Jambudvipa. These are like different Dvipas. Even if you go to West, when they chant Sankalpa Mantra, they include the Prakshadvipa. America they call Prakshadvipa or this Dvipa, that Dvipa. Some people draw like this. And some people draw our entire earth globe is Bharata-Varsha. Okay. Here they have taken India and some nearby areas of Jambudvipa. India is only Bharata-Varsha. And here they say the entire earth globe is Bharata-Varsha. Since Bharata-Varsha has 9 divisions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are all different islands of Bharata-Varsha. Because Bhagavatam talking about 9 islands. 9 to hona chahiye. 9 hai. Greenland, Australia, all put together, 7 continents plus some additional things. Nowadays, in the West, the flat earth is becoming popular. NASA is talking earth to be globe. And they say, no, earth is not globe, it is actually flat. And they talk about how sunrise, sunset happens, everything they describe like this. And finally, some say, like the South Pole, the earth is very... So the earth is spherical like this, na? They say earth is not like this. Our earth globe is like this. The North Pole is the South Pole here. South Pole is actually the outer boundary. Okay. And the outer boundary, there is the ice wall. If you cross that ice wall and go outside, you enter into heaven. That's what they say. Not spiritual word, they enter into heaven. And this is what they conclude. Our earth is like this. Upper everything is there and below it is like this. It is actually a floating disk kind of thing. So like this, different people have different opinions. And what we were discussing is Bhagavatam opinion. And it is up to you which one you want to accept.
So who are these other people who are these different?
No names. So we are done for today. In the next class, we will discuss about the description of the other 6 islands of the Bhumandala with their mountains and rivers, etc. The other 6 islands, they are mentioned in the 20th chapter. Till now, we covered up to 19th chapter.
Now, Prabhuji, other khandas of Bharata-Varshas are visible to us?
They are not visible to us. Because tu agame parasparam, we cannot see them, we cannot go there, at least in the current Kali Yuga, with our current human body.
Okay. So why it is not visible to us, Prabhuji?
Why you want to see them?
No, I mean, Mata, what is the reason why we are not able to? What is the what does that makes that is not visible? Why it is not visible to our eyes? I mean, even though they are also matter, and how come
See, in Kali Yuga, people are so exploitative. So we have given Bharata-Khanda to exploit. If the vision of other places are given, we start exploiting them also. That's why Lord is so merciful that you want to exploit this much only. Will not give you the rest of the things. So in that way, people are trying to exploit moon also, na? Going to moon and trying to do something there. So it's like that. We are expert in exploiting.
No, any scientific reason is there?
No, no scientific reason, but later on one of the presentation will discuss about the scriptural reason.
Okay.
So scientific reason, you ask scientists. Any other devotees have any questions?
Prabhuji, this Bharata-Varsa, so Bharata-Khanda refers to this. So what about the other islands? So do they refer to, because we see, right, there are according to scientific, this one, there are 9 planets.
Wait.
That is one of the planets.
No comparison. 9 planets will also come in the scripture also. 21st chapter talks about the planets. That time we'll discuss about the planets.
So this 9, the other 9 khandas,
they have nothing to do with other planets. They are part of the Bhumandala only.
Prabhuji, the Himalayas, what we are talking about in Bharata-Varsha, that Himalaya, that means it extends throughout the all 9 khandas. So we are only having that only part of the Himalayas which is visible to us. Rest is invisible part of Himalayas, right? Because they are.
See the picture. This is the greater Himalayas which Bhagavatam is talking about. This is Bharata-Khanda. In Bharata-Khanda, we also have Himalayas. These Himalayas are different from these Himalayas.
Oh.
Both are different.
Oh, okay.
The height of these Himalayas is about 10,000 yojanas. Huh?
the name is also same, no? We get confused.
Yeah.
That is also.
Here also many of children in your homes also have the name Rama, Krishna. Are they Krishna or Rama?
Even there is a Hemkund side of the Punjabi.
Hemkund. So now name will be there, but it is not same. Okay.
So that Himalaya is different. That's what the.
That Himalayas are here. These Himalayas are here. How will they same? They cannot be same.
The dimension
does not match. This diameter from here to here is 1,000 yojanas. It is from here to here 2,000 yojanas. It is twice. The width itself is twice. Height is 10 times 10,000 yojanas. Okay. If there are no questions, we'll stop here.
I had one question, Prabhuji.
Then ask.
So Prabhuji, the Pandavas going to Himalayas. So what Himalayas we are referring over there?
Okay, you need to wait for that. We will discuss in one of the later sessions.
Okay.
Maybe second class from now.
Okay.
Sorry, I cannot tell now.
Prabhuji is making all of us compulsory attend all the classes.
No, not like that. We need to discuss systematically. Otherwise, it makes sense. If you suddenly jump from here to there, in between you don't have track. So it's not good.
So this Bharat-Varsha
yes,
is divided into 9
divisions
by mountains. This blue are not ocean.
They are called Dvipas. Dvipa means surrounded by ocean. The blue lines are the ocean, not mountain. Within Jambudvipa, the Varshas are divided by mountains.
Okay.
Within Bharata-Varsha, the Khandas are divided by ocean. That's why they are called Dvipas, Navadvipas.
And in that, among that, the last division we were studying.
The 9th division is our Earth globe.
The entire 9th division is our
Earth globe. Yes.
Entire division.
Okay. We'll stop here.
Get an elaborate study of which Purana. Is there any particular Purana which talks about all those people?
We quoted Vishnu Purana and Vayu Purana and Markandeya Purana and Mahabharata. There some things will come about from Ramayana also later on. So everywhere it is there bits and pieces. You need to study all the scriptures and combine together. So it's like that.
So, Prabhuji, when we're talking about traveling from one Dvipa to the other, 9th to the 8th, that is not possible.
Not possible.
Only within that Earth globe you can travel.
You can travel anywhere. Within the Bharata-Khanda, you can travel anywhere, but from here to there, you cannot travel. Even with the advancement of any amount of technology, you cannot travel.
So it is a moon or anything else.
For the entire Kali Yuga, we cannot travel. If you want to travel, go to Dwapara Yuga or Treta Yuga. Or change, elevate your consciousness, become a yogi, then you can travel. As a normal human being, you cannot.
And Prabhuji, the person you referred from T name, Purandara. So he traveled the entire this thing, then he came down to this.
Puranjana. Yeah, traveling means like changing the bodies.
Okay.
He traveled all the bodies, all the species. Sometimes as Devata, Gandharva, Kinnara, Kimpurusha, Asura, Rakshasa, Yaksha, and animal, birds, aquatics. सब होने के बाद human being in Bharata-Varsa.
That the Himalayas refers to the Himalayas.
That no, this Himalayas. That Himalaya refers to this Himalayas. He has taken human birth in Bharata-Varsa.
Prabhuji, also the Kim Purusha is a variety of person and it's also a name. When you say Kim Purusha and Yakshas, so this Kim Purusha is name.
Who assisted Lord Ram during Ramayana time?
Monkeys.
They are Kim Purushas. They are actually called as Kim Purushas.
Okay.
They are actually residing now there in the Kim Purusha Loka. Hanumanji is residing here in Kim Purusha Loka right now. Okay. Hanumanji, Sugriva, and all the monkeys who assisted Lord Ram during the battle. Big number, crores of monkeys were there. They are all residing in Kim Purusha Varsha now.
And this Kim Purusha is also the name of one of the sun.
One of the sun. Okay.
Thank you so much.
I think we'll stop here, getting late. Devotees might be having some other engagements. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhakta ki jai.
Prabhuji, what is the next class?
1 second. Stop recording.
Thank you very much.